Hi everyone. Well, at the end of the last episode I'd got this all bolted down and I was ready to start trying to actually see how well it's going to cut. I went down to my dinner after that, where that video finished. Didn't get around to getting back up here. Got up in the morning and I had contracted a lurgy that laid me out for a few days. It was proper knocked me off my feet. I couldn't really move about much. It was, every time I tried to move about, it felt like the feeling you get when you're starving, hungry, and you just get all shaky and weak. But anyway, I'm a bit better now, so I'm dying to find out if this is going to, if I'm going to be able to adjust this to cut straight. Now, I know most of you will understand what I'm talking about when you talk about levelling a lathe. I mean, I have levelled it this way and that way, but that's not really what we're talking about. So for people who haven't got a lathe, or who have never set a lathe up, what you're trying to achieve here, because no matter how sturdy or big a lathe is, no matter how well the casting is, it will take up the abnormalities in the floor, the stand, the bench you've got it on, or whatever. Basically, what you'll probably get is if the lathe bed has got a slight twist in it, basically, obviously that's exaggerated, but as the carriage moves up and down the bed, it will move with the twist, and consequently the cutter will be either closer or further away from the work as you go. So you have to try and take that twist out of it. Now, on my old ML7 you had bolts, you had 4 bolts on that, 2 at the headstock and 2 at the tailstock. So it was relatively simple to shim up one side or the other, whichever you had to do, and tighten it down and keep doing test cuts until you get it right. This lathe has only got 2 bolts and they're down the middle. There's one down there and one down there, and that bolts it to this the stand. I mean, the stand is the factory stand for it, but what I suggest doing in the handbook is shimming up somewhere underneath where it bolts. I mean, the bolts are just sort of parallel to here. Now, I mean, it isn't that, I mean, it's a pretty sturdy stand, but I don't know that, I mean, these top bits are quite flimsy. They're only 1/16, not even an 1/8 of an inch steel. I mean, there is a bit of a frame that goes right down to the floor, which, and it may do it, it may be alright, I don't know. But that's part of the reason I did the frames for the bottom with the feet, because I'm hoping I'll be able to alter them feet to alter the twist in the bed. So that's what I'm going to be doing next. Now, I don't know if this is going to show up in there, I can't see sod all from here. For the close-up shots I'm going to be using this, and I just want to give a little shout out to EYUPTONY. Some of you who watch this channel probably will watch his as well anyway, because it's a similar sort of channel. But I got this idea from him. It's a microphone stand, and you stick your camera on it. I mean, I can use this little camera on it. The big camera I'm filming on now, that wouldn't be I mean, I only paid £8 for this on eBay, this microphone stand, but I'm going to be using that for the close-up shots. But if you want a good in-depth video about the sort of, if you do any filming and that, it's so much better than using a tripod, and it can get into places that, well, a tripod's a pain in the arse with its legs, and that I booted that tripod over when I was doing that last video when I had my GoPro on it. But anyway, let's get on with what we're going to get on with. But EYUPTONY, give him a look, and he's got, like I say, a really good video on how he did his one of them. seesaw. Okay, so this is the test bar in the lathe. It's not going to be spinning true or anything at the moment, because I only just put it in there. Any of you who've got an ML7 or read any of the ML7 handbooks or the ML7 books will be familiar with this process. This is just a bit of X-inch bar sticks out about 4 or 5 inches from the chuck. And you just relieve a bit in the middle and at the ends if you want. Because all we're really interested in is these two ends. I'm going to run this down the carriage and basically measure these and see how twisted the bed is. I'm just going to blue these just so I know when I've got it turning round. I'm just going to give this a couple of skim cuts just till all my blue's gone. Right, that's got rid of all the blue on it, so I'll give that a measure now. That is measuring 24.4 millimeters, that end. And 24.22 excuse me, 24.22, so it's tapering, it's taking more off of here than right, so it's taking more off up the chuck end, so yeah, so it must be, this end must be tipping down towards me. So what I'm going to do now is get down on the floor, make some adjustments down there and see if we can make it different. So I'm going to loosen the bolts. That are holding it down. Get me big spanner. I'm just going to wind these front feet up just a quarter of a turn each. Maybe half a turn, I'll do it half a turn. Or maybe a quarter now, I'll do a quarter. Do a quarter and see if that makes any difference. Tighten these back up. Down there, because I'm sure I'm going to be back down here in a minute, and get back up the top and take another cut and see if it's made any difference. I just re-measured these. It's actually 23.39 this end and 23.22 that end, so that was a 0.17 of a millimetre run out from there to there. So I've written that on the wall. I've chalked that on the wall so I don't forget what it is, and we'll give it another cut and see how it goes. top side back where it was so I don't forget this time. It's 23.34. And 23.18. Write that down. Right, well if that's right, that's made 1/100 of a millimetre difference doing the adjustment I did down the bottom. So it looks like it's going to need a lot. I'll do a bigger one this time and see how that goes. Right, well if that was only 1/100 of a millimetre difference by doing 1/4 of a turn, I'm going to have to give it loads, aren't I? Probably on both sides I'll have to loosen these right off. I'll come around the back here. I'll screw these in a bit. That one's well screwed in. I'll go round the front, screw them out. And I'll give these a complete turn this time. I'll get a bloody spanner on them. You bastard, isn't it? Tighten these up. And go back up the top, do another cut. Right. Take a bit more off of here. .25 and 23.7, so that don't seem to have made an awful lot of difference to it. Right, in that case I'm going to try and actually jack it up the top. Right, well I just checked the nuts that are holding the lathe to the frame, to the base, and they weren't as tight as perhaps they should be, so I'm just going to do another test cut just to make sure I ain't barking up the wrong tree. Going to take that snacker off it. Right, that is 23.23. 23.18. And 23.5 pretty much dead, so that's 1300ths out at the moment, which is the best it's been, and that was just bolting the lathe down properly. So I'll give it another go on the bottom just to make sure. Right, well I've been pissing about with this for about an hour now, and that is 22.5, just under 22.59. That's just about 22.58. I'll do it really tight, about 5.7. I've got it within about 200ths of a millimetre. I would like to get it so that I can, so this end up slightly bigger than this, and then I can probably adjust it by altering the nuts. I've actually put shims down at the back of the headstock end and at the front of the tailstock end. And if I really tighten it down hard, it seems to work. I'm going to stick another shim in the tailstock end because it's just much easier than getting them in the headstock end, and give it another go. But I'm nearly there. All right, let's see where we go with this one. Didn't cut the headstock end, so I think I might have gone too far now. Do another one to make sure it cuts on the headstock end. Whether you can see that or not, I don't suppose it matters whether you can see or not. That is bang on 22.5. And that is now 22.5 and 300ths. So I've gone a little bit too far. I'm going to just try loosening this end a bit, the tailstock end, because I did do that really nice and tight. I reckon a little bit of loosening up here just might do it. Try that. It is 22.46, and that feels pretty good on that end. 22.46. Maybe slightly under. Very slightly over 22, is it? 22.45 and a half a division. That's 22.45. I don't think I'm getting any better than that. I'm quite happy with that. What's that in thousandths? I don't know. Use me imperial one. What we got here? It's my metric one. Wally. It is spot on saying, I can't work out what it is. 0.9 and 4. 0.9 and 10. Now that is spot on. That is pretty much spot on. Thank God for that. Like everything else with this lathe, it took bloody ages. Let's just check that with me. Get the Toyu caliper, because might help if I get it in millimeters. 22.31, 22.332, 31. Well, finally the emco is in position and cutting pretty accurate. I'll give it a week or two and check it again just to see about any settlement, but it's nice and solid, cutting accurately on the test bar. What more could I want? It took a lot longer to get to excuse me. It took a lot longer to get to this stage than I thought it would, but we're there. Now, unfortunately, there's a couple of things going wrong with this lathe. Well, first thing is the motor. It's not got that much torque. Pouring down the rain out there. I don't know whether that's going to come through on the camera. But it stalls a bit sooner than I would expect a 1 horsepower motor to. I'm not that bothered about it because it's the original motor, and when I bought the lathe, I mean they're notoriously they're notorious for going wrong, these emco motors apparently, and that must have done 20 or 30 years, so it's bound to be iffy. But I'm not bothered about that because I want to put a variable speed. I'm going to put a VFD on it and some other things, and that'll be in another video. I think I need some more drugs. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.